Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carryandcut YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I really do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, also leave a comment down below. It really does help out the channel, and I love interacting with everybody and getting to know all the new people. And we do have some really exciting news coming up. Well, even right now, so we did finally unlock channel memberships. So we finally got through that first little monetization push. But we do have channel memberships available. There is 2 tiers you guys can get into, and I have some cool custom carry cut emojis on there. So if it's something you guys are interested in and you would like to support the channel, that is going to be one really good way to support the channel. It does go directly back to the channel to actually buy new knives and new equipment to hopefully make the quality and the content better for you guys. So that is really cool for me, and I'm definitely honored and humbled to be able to do such a thing as this cool little YouTube channel that I do like to do. But today we have a really cool video, these really cool knife to go over. This was sent in by our good buddy and friend Jimmie Crowe. So great guy in the knife community. If you guys aren't familiar with him, make sure you go check out the link in the description. I'll have a link to his Instagram profile. He is I like to call him the mod father. He loves to go through all sorts of different knives and customize them to all his likings. He does a lot of cool stuff for me. He recently did my 940 copper scales, did a shipwreck on them. I think I'm going to send him my brass PM2 scales, do a shipwreck, kind of theme on that one also. And he's doing some handle scales for my Spyderco Mule Team too. So really cool. So anyway, so this is the Spiro. This is the Asher Knives Spiro Warncliffe, and this is actually the 20 CV model, so CPM 20 CV. And if you guys aren't too familiar with Asher Knives, they are a really great company in my opinion. Yes, they are. This is a like a Chinese OEM knife, but still, it is a for what you're getting, it is incredible value. So you're looking at carbon fiber on the handle scales, CPM 20 CV on the blade steel. So that's going to be a really some of the high end super steels that you're thinking of right there. So really good stuff right there. I really do love that really nice Warncliffe blade shape right there. Another really cool feature of this knife, I love the really large opening hole for your actual finger deployment, I guess you could say. So however you guys want to justify that or call that, I like to just call it the finger hole, spidey hole, anything like that. But I do like the shape. I like the access that it does give you. This is going to be a liner lock, steel liner lock, but this really cool, twill. I think they call it like a twill blue carbon fiber or something like that. It is a really striking color when you see it in person, and I think it's coming through pretty well on the actual camera itself. But I really do like it. We do have large pivots, and they do have their logo right here on the pivot. I really do like when companies do that. I like when they stay off the blade and don't do a bunch of crazy billboarding on the blade and stuff like that. We do have a folded over deep carry wire pocket clip on there, which is always going to be nice to see. That's a very versatile pocket clip, and a lot of people do like to see those. And I am actually a pretty big fan of it. It goes in and out of the pocket really easy. There's great retention on it. We do have a T8 hardware all the way around, except for the actual pocket clip screw itself. So we got T8 on the pivot, T8 on the body screws. I'm thinking this backspacer is going to be, I'm not sure if it's going to be titanium or not. We do have a little bit of resistance in there, but it doesn't, of course the clip does too. So I'm thinking we do have a steel backspacer in the back right there. Same with our lanyard attachment. That backspacer wraps all the way around into that one. We do have some steel inset liners in there. So they actually sit inside of the actual carbon fiber liners itself, or the handle scales, which is really nice to see. It gives a real nice, elegant kind of classy look to it. And I do like that it has a generous, you know, access to the actual liner lock itself. So that's really nice to see. I know some knives, they struggle with that, and it just kind of makes it hard for my chubby fingers to get in there, I guess you could say, to actually get to that, liner lock and disengage the lock of the knife itself. So, but running on, let's see, we have brass cage ceramic ball bearings in this knife, and that is a really cool thing. I do like when they actually use the, like, it's kind of like a phosphor bronze-ish when they say brass, but I like when they use the actual, metal brass caged ball bearing. So it of course it's ceramic balls, but the actual cage itself is going to be made of brass. And I just think it really gives it a nice, a nice look. Of course, it's not going to deteriorate like plastic might, I guess you could say. It won't be getting brittle or anything like that. And of course, it's not going to be corrosive. So that's another big plus on that. I feel like this is more of a dressy kind of style knife than anything. It's definitely like a almost called like a fashion statement. It's really really catches your eye when you see this blue color. And I also forgot to mention the price. So I was talking about Asher knives and how good of bang for your buck you're getting. So CPM 20 CV on the blade steel, you're getting carbon fiber handles, and this is coming at $135. And this is actually a full size knife too at that. This is not a small knife by any stretch of the imagination. Really good, full 4-finger grip on this thing. We're looking at, I'll get the why don't we just get the roller out now and do some specs on this thing. So let's see here. We are coming in at a blade length of just over 3 inches, maybe 3.1, something like that, 3 1/8 of an inch. Actual cutting edge is going to be right at 3 inches. We do have a really nice sharpening choil there, and I really do like how they stopped, or started their plunge grind right there. That's really nice. You're going to be able to get a good bit of sharpening out of this before you get to notice any kind of weird smiles or anything like that starting in the actual sharpening choil right there. So that's really nice. We do have a stone wash finish on this CPM 20 CV blade, which does look really good. We have a pretty high flat grind on there, so I like to see that. I'm a big fan of flat grind knives. Maybe you guys know that from all the spider codes I like to have, but they are definitely very useful. And of course, the Warncliffe blade shape is going to be really good for everyday, day-to-day cutting tasks and stuff like that. So it's good to get a weight on this thing. Zero out the scale, and we're looking at 3.4 ounces. So that's pretty good, especially for being having steel liners and a steel backspacer and all that kind of stuff too. And don't quote me on that. I haven't taken this thing apart just yet. That's going to be coming next. But I'm thinking it's going to be steel because we are getting a good bit of feedback from the magnet in there. And I know we have steel, hardware and stuff like that, but still give me something there. So that's what makes me think. And even with the carbon fiber, it really does keep the the weight of the knife down at the same time. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Why don't we do Benchmade's first? So here it is up against the Benchmade 940. So we're a very similar size bracket, I guess you could say right there. That's pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of people know the 940, of course. And then how about the Benchmade Bug Out? That's another cult classic, and really good. That's pretty much that on the money. So everybody knows the 940. Everybody knows the Bug Out. Why don't we go ahead and do the Pair 3? This is the 15V Big Brown Bear exclusive one. Up against then the PM2 Crew Carta. So right there, it's going to be smaller than the PM2, bigger than the Pair 3. I feel like it's a pretty good size range though. The Pair 3 is just about there. Of course, you're going to be getting more blade shape, but overall handle is pretty much going to be the same between these two knives right here. 3, I guess you could say. And then why don't we do the Strider, Strider PT Plus. That's going to be, definitely that's kind of in the Pair 3 range right there. But overall, for the price, I really can't find anything that's wrong with this knife whatsoever. We do even have a nice little bit of jimping in there. We do have of course, a not an over travel stop, but we have an internal stop pin. Well, not really internal, but stop pin in there. So that's going to be nice to see. Keep everything contained in there very well. Like the jimping. We do have a fairly slim blade stock too. So I think this is coming in right about 1/10 of an inch, probably 0.95 if I had to guess. My calipers are messed up currently, but it is a very slim, slicey blade shape and profile. I really do like the thickness of it, and that comes down to a very aggressive pokey tip too. So this is going to be a really good piercer, really good utility cutter, something you can drag across, get all sorts of different grips out of it, pinch grip, get all the way in there with your finger if you're going to be doing some really good detailed work, anything like that, or just, bear down this thing, gorilla grip. It's going to be a really good everyday user, really good at push cuts, pull cuts, all that kind of stuff. And it's really fidgety too. Of course, those brass cage ceramic ball bearings really do a good job keeping the action really nice and, kind of buttery smooth, I guess you could say. It's not a false shutty knife by any stretch. You kind of have to help it out a little bit, like a 1 or 2 shake. But still, that finger hole deployment, really do love that. And it gives you a lot of great access to it. It is overall, great user. And if you're wanting to get into, more of the premium, I would say it is premium. That's definitely premium. More of the high-end knives. If you're going from like a budget, like a CJRB or something like that, and you're wanting to get past that $100 threshold, Asher Knives is definitely going to be a good outlet for you to go to. They have great designs. Of course, using high-end premium materials at a more of a budget, mindset. So that's going to be just really appealing to a lot of people. And I'm really glad that Jimmie Crowe sent this over to me. I'm pretty sure this was a birthday present or a Christmas present to him, something like that from one of his family members. So what a great birthday present, Christmas present, whatever that one was. still a really good gift and a really great knife for him to cherish. That's for sure. So I really do appreciate Jimmie Crowe sending this over to me, and I really appreciate all you guys watching the videos. It means the world to me. I know I've been kind of slacking on the video uploads. I haven't really been focusing on live streams, but my life in general has been really crazy here lately. And I really do appreciate everybody's support. And like I said, if you want to support the channel, we do have those channel memberships going now. So that's really cool too. I'm going to keep on working through that, making more emojis and cool stuff like that, and banners and all that kind of cool stuff. But it's just a a way. I'd like to getting into some giveaways again here for too long. Once we hit that 2,000 subscriber mark, I'm going to be doing a 2-knife giveaway. I have 2 knives set over here to the side. I'm really excited about that too. So make sure you guys like and subscribe if you would. I really would appreciate it, and we will catch you guys on the next one. So I really do appreciate it, and thank you.